new to India, and we know how to stand up to them. We have been, on the last couple of days, Akanksha, reflected on the government's multiple level strategies. Immediately, we spoke about how the RBI is closely monitoring the situation. The government is looking at giving some credit links system and some kind of SOPs to the exporters. But all of this does require a long-term plan, and that long-term plan is already in effect. First of all, the free trade agreements, one which has already been signed with, say, UK, and it is considered to be mutually beneficial. The EFTA, which is with countries like Lithuania, Norway, for that matter, Iceland. Again, these are countries which can throw up a sizable market for many of those Indian products and exports, which could be losing out because of the high tariff coming in from America. And of course, the EU agreement is coming on the last stage. So India is looking at several such free trade agreements as counter to the trade turmoil or tariff turmoil that we are facing from America. You're absolutely right, Akanksha. What India is also hinging its hope on the fact that sooner or later there will be substantial pressure on the Trump administration from the people there. After all, their dependence on many of our superior products, they'll have to pay a staggering amount of money, and that pressure will start mounting on Trump administration. So India is going to put on its stand, where we are going to put some items on the non-negotiable list, but they think and they calculate at some point of time the indications will start coming in from America to India that we are ready to negotiate, because after all, Trump's strength will only grow if his domestic market or domestic powers are also with him.
And you know, it's very interesting that you also highlighted how we have in fact navigated through crisis in the past as well, whether it is the recession of 2008, the COVID period, also not to forget a very complicated relationship with the United States, particularly after the Pokhran nuclear test. And India was now standing at the cusp of a very strong, not just trade but also strategic partnership, one that Donald Trump has now dismantled ruthlessly, that was actually a culmination of over 25 years of diplomacy.
Well, I mean, you know, the geopolitical structure being such, and this is applicable not just to India but to other countries as well. Diplomacy is a very fluid situation. Your friends are never permanent. Similarly, your enemies are never permanent. We saw, for example, how off late America seems to be vacillating towards standing up with Pakistan rather than against India, considering the fact that America itself has faced one of the worst terror attacks in the form of 9/11. So, that is what India is now building up to. I mean, you would know this better, Akanksha, a kind of an axis of a friendship with Russia, reaching out to China, and other countries as well. I mean, every foreign trip of the Prime Minister has a purpose behind it. He's actually going there as a brand ambassador for India in that sense. And therefore, that is what India is calculating. In this ever-changing global scenario, India should not stand to lose, and we won't stand to lose. And armed with very good figures of Fitch, S&P, with good GDP growth rate projections, that's the larger messaging that we can send out to our potential investors, that, India is the destination you should be going in for.
Many thanks to you, Pallavi, for putting that extensively into perspective for us. But remember, the US secondary tariffs on Indian goods, a steep 25% penalty over Russian oil imports, has kicked in from today. What of course is bitterly ironical is that India is not one of the highest buyers of Russian crude. It also happens to be China. It also happens to be one of the NATO members themselves, that's Turkey, and the EU as far as Russian gas is concerned. But remember, that's taken the total tariff burden now at 50%. The impact could be severe, as 55% of India's $87 billion merchandise exports to the US are now at risk. India is the only country penalized for importing Russian oil, while China and Europe have continued similar trade without facing tariffs. However, on the other hand, Prime Minister Modi has doubled down on the Make in India mission, his message being crystal clear that India has to be self-reliant. Spotlighting rare earth minerals and domestic manufacturing, the government has already made it clear that India will protect its national interest first. Listen in to what Prime Minister Modi has had to say.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत के अभियान को हम सब आगे बढ़ाएं, वोकल फॉर लोकल बने, स्वदेशी, ये हमारा जीवन मंत्र बनना चाहिए दोस्तों। गर्व से गर्व से स्वदेशी की तरफ चल पड़ो। भारत सरकार ऑटो इंडस्ट्री के लिए रेयर अर्थ मैग्नेट की शॉर्टेज से जुड़ी कठिनाइयों के प्रति भी सजग है। इस दिशा में देश के सामर्थ्य को बढ़ाने के लिए हमने नेशनल क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन भी लॉन्च किया है। आज भारत की मेक इन इंडिया इस यात्रा में एक नया अध्याय जुड़ रहा है। आज से भारत में बने इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स 100 देशों को एक्सपोर्ट किए जाएंगे।
I'm talking to a very terrific man, Modi of India. And I say, what's going on with you in Pakistan? Then I'm talking to Pakistan on trade. I said, what's going on with you in India? And the hatred was tremendous. Now, this has been going on for a hell of a long time, like sometimes with different names for hundreds of years. But I said, what's going on? I said, I don't want to make a trade deal. No, we want to make a trade deal. I said, no, I don't want to make a trade deal with you. You're going to have a nuclear war. You guys are going to end up in a nuclear war. And that was very important to them. I said, call me back tomorrow, but we're not going to do any deals with you, or we're going to put tariffs on you that are so high. You were there, Howard, right? Yeah. You're going to put tariffs on you that was so high, I don't give a damn, your head's going to spin. You're not going to end up in a war. Within about 5 hours, it was done. It was done. Now, maybe it starts again. I don't know. I don't think so, but I'll stop it if it does. We can't let these things happen.
We are speaking at a time when geopolitics is under a churn. Perhaps if I talk particularly about India, then India is looking for more markets, more friends and partners, especially at a time when, India has been tariffed by 50%, and India wants to diversify its exports. Talk to us a little bit about that and also about India's national interest.
Well, in the light of this conclave currently, Africa has a vast population.
Yes.
And it can be a vast market for our produce and other countries also. And when you mention the geopolitical changes, of course, these changes are happening right before us. And we need to see what serves our country's interests also the best.
Yes.
What linkages can be mutually beneficial rather than being exploitative. What relations, what linkages again can help us for future stability of our populations, of our country, of our businesses. And that is what we are looking at. These tariff regime that is we are seeing, the world is seeing, is highly unjustified. It is, I'd say, highly unfair. The reasons that have been ascribed to our country for as an excuse for increasing tariffs, those same reasons are also lie with many other countries who continue to import energy from the markets, from the same markets that we are being blamed for. So it's a totally unjustified and unfair, let's say, imposition of tariffs. But we are confident, our economy is resilient, our economy is strong, and under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, we will definitely insulate our country from any harmful effects of such tariff regimes.
Ministry of External Affairs maintaining that the Indian economy is resilient and we will tide past these challenges as well. I quickly go back to Pallavi. So Pallavi, Kirthiwardhan Singh has in fact made some very critical points. He's not just talked about how India should now prioritize a mutually beneficial relationship, but one that is in fact not exploitative in nature. What does that mean? What are the countries we'll be looking towards?
Well, almost all. I mean, you know, wherever the Prime Minister has been traveling, or the External Affairs Minister have been traveling, and even smaller countries, not just the big ones like the EFTA countries or the European Union or UK, almost every country, even something like a Fiji island for that matter, is something which India is being looking at. The Commerce Minister has been meeting across the spectrum, whether it's been South Africa, a counterpart he met yesterday, you know, Qatar, for example. A lot of our products which were now looking at American markets earlier have now begun to look at newer markets. I mean, we do keep out putting out those posts. For example, again, I'm taking the same example of apples from Dehradun to Dubai, lychees from Muzaffarpur and Dehradun to, for example, Qatar. So we are looking at big, small countries, and many of these countries, mind you, Akanksha, are themselves affected by a certain amount of huge tariff coming in from America. So that is one factor, one thread, which is going to put India in sync with many of the newer trade partners that we are looking at.
Many thanks to you, Pallavi, for sharing all those inputs. Let's also listen in to all the reactions that have come in. Let's in fact listen in to what Harshvardhan Shringla has to say.
President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Modi enjoy a very, very close and special partnership. It's, I think, been evident in many of the meetings that I have been present in myself. If you notice, President Trump prefaces whatever he has to say by saying, my very good friend, Prime Minister Modi. And Prime Minister Modi also, I know, attaches the highest importance to his relationship with President Trump. They value the fact that they have such a strong connect. And that connect doesn't come from today. It comes from, you know, President Trump's first term in office when, you know, you had events like Howdy Modi and Namaste Trump. But you also had plenty of opportunities for them to meet, not only in our capitals, but different places across the world.
Now, the recent imposition of a 50% tariff by the United States is also expected to significantly impact industries across India, particularly in Gujarat. Remember why? Because it is a key hub for diamond merchandising, especially in places like Surat. Both the textile and diamond sectors are likely to bear the brunt of this entire move. And in fact, Network 18's Nikhil Madrasi, who's the president of the Surat Chamber of Commerce, spoke to CNN News 18. Let's also listen in to what he has to say.
ट्रंप का टैरिफ वॉर भारत तैयार, ऐसा भी हो सकता है। लेकिन अब जो समस्या खड़ी हुई है वो ये है कि जो एक्सपोर्ट हम लोग कर रहे हैं दो क्षेत्र में ज़्यादा से, एक डायमंड और एक टेक्सटाइल। डायमंड में टैरिफ लगने की वजह से डायमंड का भाव ज़्यादा होगा, और अगर ज़्यादा होगा तो जो मांगने वाले हैं वो कम हो जाएंगे, मांग कम हो जाएगी, तो इस पर इफेक्ट होने वाली है। भारत से ज़्यादा चिंतित तो अमेरिका के डायमंड उद्योगपति है, क्योंकि यहाँ से माल उनके पास जाता है और वो बाजार में रखते हैं। यहाँ से माल जाएगा तो सही, लेकिन कोई खरीदने वाला नहीं होगा तो वो लोग माल मंगवाएंगे नहीं। तो उन्होंने भी एक प्रयत्न किया है कि टैरिफ वॉर को ख़त्म किया जाए या तो टैरिफ कम किया जाए। टेक्सटाइल पे ज़्यादा इफेक्ट होने वाली है, क्योंकि हमारी बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में निकास हो रही है टेक्सटाइल के संदर्भ में। लेकिन हम जानते हैं कि भारत भी एक आत्मनिर्भर देश है, और वड़ा प्रधान नरेंद्र भाई मोदी का नेतृत्व इसमें चमत्कार करके देश को इसमें से कुछ और बेहतर परिस्थिति में आगे लाने की क्षमता इनके पास है।
टैरिफ बढ़ाए जाने के बाद कानपुर में व्यापारियों का क्या सोचना है, व्यापारियों को क्या कहना है, उसको जानने के लिए न्यूज़ 18 टीम इस वक्त एक फैक्ट्री में है। असल बात, कानपुर औद्योगिक नगरी है, चमड़े का सबसे बड़ा काम है, 1500 करोड़ का व्यापार है। और ऐसे में न्यूज़ 18 टीम जिस कंपनी में आप देखिए, पहले प्रोडक्ट्स की अगर हम बात करें, देखिए कितने अच्छे ये बॉल्स बनाए जाते हैं। अगर हम इस प्रोडक्ट की बात करें, देखिए लेदर के यूनिक चीज़ें हैं, ये चीज़ें बड़ी रेयर हैं जो कानपुर से यूएस कंपनी जाती है। और देखिए ऐसे ये इंसान नहीं, ये जानवरों के लिए बनाए जाते हैं ताकि जानवरों को एंटरटेन किया जा सके। और ऐसे में इस टैरिफ बढ़ाए जाने के बाद क्या उसका इम्पैक्ट, उसे जानने के लिए न्यूज़ 18 टीम तमाम, अब मैं अपने कैमरामैन से कहूँगा जहाँ तक कैमरे की नजर है, सब व्यापार अलग अलग सेगमेंट्स के लोग हैं, मगर अलग अलग इंडस्ट्री। सर, आप किस इंडस्ट्री से, क्या आपका काम, फर्म का नाम है?
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद आबिद है, फर्म का नाम गट्स एंड ग्लोरी है, और हमारा लेदर का काम है, बेसिकली हॉर्स राइडिंग प्रोडक्ट्स और डॉग टॉयज, डॉग के प्रोडक्ट्स। तो ये बेसिकली हम लोग मेनली करते हैं यूएस में और उसके बाद यूरोप वगैरह में, लेकिन मेनली हमारा 40% बिजनेस यूएस में। तो अभी यूएस में बिजनेस जैसे ही ट्रम्प टैरिफ हुआ उसके बाद से चीज़ें बिल्कुल होल्ड पे जैसे हो गई हैं। कस्टमर जो है, कुछ लोग होल्ड के लिए बोल रहे हैं, कुछ लोग टैरिफ कह रहे हैं, शेयर करो कुछ पैसे उसमें, लेकिन वो इतना ज़्यादा है कि वो पॉसिबिलिटी है नहीं। और कुछ ऑर्डर्स हमारे जो आने वाले थे, जो उन्होंने बायर ने कंफर्म नहीं किया, तो अभी हम लोग बड़ी अनसर्टेन सिचुएशन में है कि क्या करें, समझ नहीं आ रहा।
सर कितना परेशानी हो रही है कानपुर के एक चमड़ा व्यापारी को, और कैसे कितना प्रभावित हो रहा है आपका व्यापार सर?
बहुत ज़्यादा प्रभावित हो रहा है, क्योंकि भाई प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारा जो बिजनेस अभी चल रहा था, ऑर्डर्स चल रहे थे और लोग काम कर रहे थे उस ऑर्डर पे, लेकिन उसके बाद जैसे ही वो बोला कि इतना टैरिफ होगा, तो जब उसको होल्ड किया गया तो वो चीज़ें रुक गई।
आज जो टैरिफ 50% आज भारत में लागू होने जा रहा है, उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा तकलीफ होने वाली है डायमंड इंडस्ट्रीज़ को, क्योंकि लाखों करोड़ों की संख्या में हम उसे एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं और बड़ा मार्केट हमारा डायमंड का यूएस है। वहाँ से पूरी कंट्री के आगे जाके ये सब डायमंड का वहाँ बिक्री होता है। हम जो गिनती करें कि किस किस के ऊपर ज़्यादा असर होने वाला है, तो सबसे पहले डायमंड इंडस्ट्रीज, उसके बाद में ज्वेलरी, उसके बाद में गारमेंट इंडस्ट्री जो साउथ को बिलोंग करता है, साउथ से तिरुपुर है, उसको वो ज़्यादातर तकलीफ हो सकती है। आज सरकार वो मीटिंग आज अभी से चालू है, तो कोई ना कोई रास्ता शाम तक हमको निकलेगा और अच्छी जाहिरात होने की उम्मीद है।
All right, let's now focus over to the other big story that we've been tracking this hour, which is the Voter Adhikar Yatra, which is currently on in Bihar. Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has reached Bihar and even addressed Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's Voter Adhikar Yatra in Darbhanga. Stalin, accompanied by his sister and MP Kadimoi Karunanidhi, joined Rahul Gandhi on the National Highway 57, where the yatra was underway. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister addressing the rally before returning to Chennai later in the evening. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu's former BJP chief K. Annamalai launched a sharp attack on Stalin. In a post on X, he accused the Chief Minister of wasting taxpayers' money by forming multiple committees with little clarity on their work. He also alleged that Stalin has joked about growth and inflation, pointing to what he called the DMK's family-driven politics. Listen.
तो अब मच्छरों से वोट मांगने आ रहे हैं। कमाल की बात यह है कि दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि उन्होंने बिहारियों को इस तरह से मच्छरों से कंपेयर किया। ये तुलना सरासर गलत है। तो आज क्या जरूरत पड़ गई है कि वो बिहार आकर के अब अपने गठबंधन के लिए यहाँ आकर के वोट मांगे? ये जवाब उनको भी पहले देना चाहिए कि जिस तरह की टिप्पणी उन्होंने पहले की थी, क्या उसके लिए आकर के राहुल गांधी और उनके नेता स्टालिन माफी मांगेंगे? उसके बाद ही यहाँ की जनता से वोट की अपील करने के लिए वो फिर काबिल माने जाएंगे।
The BJP first should apologize to the people of Tamil Nadu. What did Mr. Modi speak in Odisha? What did Mr. Amit Shah speak in Odisha? What did the BJP, what kind of advertisements did the BJP release in Odisha? They are afraid. They are afraid of the fact that the Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has joined hands with Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi Yadav, because the Bihar elections are very crucial for the BJP. If they lose the Bihar elections, which they are bound to, Prime Minister Modi won't be Prime Minister anymore after Bihar elections. That is the reason they are scared. That is the reason why they implemented SIR, vote theft, allegations of vote theft. What has the BJP got to say? Has any leader came out and defended that? Tried to give explanations? Nothing. They are defending the election commission. This is an assault on the democracy. This is an assault on the soul of India. And it is only natural that our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, join hands when they question, when they want to dilute democracy. We will not tolerate that. And there is a bonhomie. There is this camaraderie between the state of Tamil Nadu and the state of Bihar. People from Bihar come here, they thrive. They thrive well. Nobody is discriminating against any of the Biharis. This is the kind of tolerance we have in the state of Tamil Nadu. But BJP, they are afraid, and that is the reason they speak all these irrelevant things. Let them first apologize for Odisha, then they will have the moral authority to speak about other things.
Ghosh joins me live on the broadcast. Pallavi, has K. Annamalai and his entire compilation of all those anti-Bihari remarks by DMK, including the Chief Minister himself, now blunted the DMK's attack against the BJP regarding vote theft?
To a very great extent, I would say, and I think once the election dates are announced for Bihar, and also Akanksha, when the campaign begins for Bihar elections, mind you, the BJP and the JDU will definitely attack Rahul Gandhi plus the Mahagathbandhan. Those pictures of Tejasvi Yadav besides MK Stalin sharing a book and a smile, it's certainly which is going to be one of the main posters of the JDU plus the BJP to tell the people of Bihar that look at your own guy who is talking about being a stakeholder, who's a challenger to us and who wants to become the Chief Minister of Bihar, but he has no qualms in sharing a stage with someone who spoke out against Biharis who were working in Tamil Nadu, and there were comments which are considered to be extremely demeaning, derogatory and also insulting in nature. I think this is likely to come back to haunt once the heat and dust of this Vote Adhikar Yatra and the campaign of Vote Chori is over. Whether it's immediately going to have an impact, I think what Rahul Gandhi is also trying to do is to show that this Vote Chori campaign is not one which is restricted only to the Congress party. It's an India bloc campaign, and if today Bihar is being hit, tomorrow it could be others like Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal. So he's trying to get the entire India bloc partners together to tell them that our problems are same, and that is why we need to share the stage. But it's this sharing of stage which could be a problem for the RJD and the Congress later. And very quickly, I still remember in Madhya Pradesh elections when a Sanatan Dharm comment came in from Udayanidhi Stalin. Kamal Nath, who was a contender at that point of time, did not want to have an India bloc rally there, which is why it never took place, because he knew that the fire of his comments could actually hurt the Congress party's chances, and that similar fear looms large as far as the Bihar elections are concerned.
Absolutely, and understandably so. Many thanks to you, Pallavi, for bringing us that perspective. As Pallavi was highlighting, this certainly has sharpened BJP's plank of the entire attack as far as Annamalai's compilation of those anti-Bihari remarks by the DMK is concerned. Let's listen in to all the political reactions.
What will be playing on the minds of the people of Bihar is the way in which senior DMK leaders in the past have done Bihar Badnam. The way in which senior DMK leaders have insulted the dignity of the people of Bihar. We have seen a former union minister who's currently an MP who went on to say that the people from Bihar learn Hindi to only come and clean roads and clean toilets here. This is the mindset of the DMK leaders to the people of Bihar. All this will be running on the minds of the people of Bihar, these insults by the DMK leaders when the MK Stalin goes there, and it's really ironical. And one has to see what he tells the people of Bihar, because he is never condemned or pulled up these DMK senior leaders when they've insulted the people of Bihar.
Your DMK people have been abusing the Bihar people as illiterates, as panipuri sellers, as toilet cleaners in Tamil Nadu. I challenge you, Mr. MK Stalin. If you have the guts, you go and tell Bihar people today that you people are toilet cleaners in Tamil Nadu. Will you? You have the guts? If you have the guts, you say that. Your Dayanidhi Maran, your MP, told that Bihar people are toilet cleaners. Your son, Udayanidhi Stalin, had said he will eradicate Sanatan Dharma, which Bihar people follows. Mr. Stalin, you are anti-Bihari, you are anti-Indian, and now you are trying to act and go there for votes. Is it not shameful?
Three powerful leaders, one agenda: countering American hegemony and recalibrating global order.
As Prime Minister Modi heads to China for the first time in 7 years, all eyes in the world turn to Tianjin.
CNN gets you an inside view with the most insightful voices
and most influential views.
Watch Network 18's mega coverage on CNN News 18.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Siddhant, How is India choosing to respond to this? We do understand how Prime Minister Narendra Modi is really pushing for Make in India with a lot of heft. But we have to, first of all, take a look at what should be the impact of these particular sectors, particular gems and jewelry, and also merchandise that's going to be very, very expensive, and how it's going to be impacted because of the 50% US tariffs that have now kicked in. What is India planning on doing about that at the onset?
Well, MSMEs are on the front line as far as Trump's tariff wall hit $60 billion of Indian exports to the United States. And in fact, Greha, right now I am present at an MSME unit in Noida. And in fact, I'll be speaking to some of the owners, exporters here, perhaps, what challenges they are facing. And in fact, they have been telling me a lot of stories, a lot of challenges ahead of this interview. We'll be speaking to Mr. Sharma and Mr. Chopra. Mr. Chopra deals in leather and he exports leather products to the United States. Mr. Sharma exports handloom products to the United States. Sir, what are the challenges, and perhaps from last 15 days or since the 6th August announcement, how have you been preparing? And in fact, there are reports suggesting that the manufacturing at MSMEs have been stopped, and the MSMEs are and there's also going to be the job loss.
Thank you. I am HEVA President CP Sharma. We are dealing in all handloom and handicraft product. Since last many days, when we heard that there is a 50% tariff from the today onward, so we are trying to solve this with our buyers. Since last 20 days, we are sending the shipments by air, so that we can send our all the.
Welcome back. We're getting in breaking inputs from Telangana because a flood-like situation in Kamareddy town of the state is being reported. This due to heavy rains in Pedda Churuvu Lake, which is currently overflowing and has inundated the housing board colony. Many residents have been stranded as the flood water gushed over the housing board bridge. Those visuals, in fact, speaking 1,000 words for themselves. But heavy rains since Wednesday have, in fact, severely impacted normal life in the Kamareddy district in Telangana. As you can see, the streams have been overflowing, and the flood water can also be seen gushing over the housing board bridge over there. Overflowing streams, including the Bugu Gudis that led to flooding and damage to railway tracks, has prompted suspension of train services as well, is what we are learning. So the monsoon mayhem, after gripping the northern states in India, including Himachal Pradesh, Jammu, Leh, Ladakh, you can see has now gripped the southern state of Telangana as well. Aneri Shah joins me on the phone line with more details. Aneri, those visuals, of course, highlight a very alarming situation on the ground level. If you could give us a sense of understanding in terms of how the vehicular movement, that also includes railway traffic, that's come to a halt.
Well, that's right. Railway trains have been diverted, especially on the Kamareddy-Nizamabad route, and also at the same time, the officials have also closed down Kamareddy-Hyderabad road because of the heavy flooding which has been witnessed in Kamareddy town, and many people have been stranded there. Police officials are seen carrying rescue operations. Along with police officials, there are various teams who are working on ground to make sure that people are rescued and rescued safely, and also at the same time various adjoining districts like Rajasthan, Sirsa and many other districts have also been witnessing heavy rains, and authorities have been asked to stay on alert and make sure that all the facilities are provided and people living in low-lying areas are evacuated immediately, is what the Chief Minister has also instructed the officials there. And now as far as Kamareddy is concerned, concerned about the Kamareddy town police have been on ground rescuing the people, but flood-like situation is being witnessed in many of the areas, as you can see in the visuals also, how many of the cars are being washed away and railway tracks are submerged.
Stay with me, Aneri. More breaking inputs, in fact, coming in from Telangana itself. In fact, the entire situation is also turning political because the opposition BRS has gone all guns blazing after the Chief Minister Revanth Reddy. They're saying that Telangana is drowning in water due to heavy rains and lives are hanging by a thread. But the Chief Minister is leisurely campaigning in Bihar. Remember, this attack arriving a day after Revanth Reddy joined Rahul Gandhi in Bihar for his voter Adhikar Yatra. And Aneri continues to stay with us. Aneri, if you could give us a sense of this entire political face-off that's broken out between the Telangana CM and BRS.
Well, that's right. We had seen Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy campaigning in Bihar yesterday, and we also see that how many of the districts in Telangana have been witnessing heavy rains since last evening, and now we see that BRS Working President KTR has also hit it out at the Chief Minister Revanth Reddy for campaigning in Bihar, whereas the people in Telangana are stranded in a heavy rains and flood-like situation. And also at the same time, KTR went on to talk about the promises which the Congress had made during the elections but did not fulfill them. And now KTR says that Bihar elections is more important for the Chief Minister than the people's life, is what KTR has stated.
All right, this also comes at a time when, remember, the BRS has been time and again flagging off the woes of Hyderabad, where they've been talking about how Revanth Reddy needs to do more to, in fact, address these infrastructural woes, and yet nothing has been done, as is evident from the ground situation today.
Well, definitely, the face-off between the BRS and the Congress continues, let it be over the flood-like situation or the promises that the Congress party had made, as BRS continues to hit out that these promises, these 6 guarantees which the Congress party had made have not been fulfilled. And also, when we talk about the current situation in the state of Telangana, where...
Many thanks to you, Aneri, for bringing us those breaking inputs. With that, shifting focus over to the monsoon mayhem that's gripping Jammu and Kashmir, which has been battered by relentless rains and multiple cloud bursts. In Noida district, flash floods have swept away up to 15 homes, claiming at least 3 lives in the past 24 hours alone. Several pedestrian bridges have also collapsed, and entire residential pockets lie in ruins as of now. Rescue teams are racing against time with NDRF, SDRF and army units deployed across affected zones. The Vaishno Devi pilgrimage has in fact been suspended after a deadly landslide struck the Adhkwari route, killing at least 30 pilgrims and injuring over a dozen. Phone and internet services are down across Jammu. Rail services, including the Katra-New Delhi Vande Bharat, have also been cancelled. Shifting focus over to Himachal as well. In Himachal Pradesh, torrential monsoon rains have again triggered landslides and flooding across the entire state. The Kiratpur-Manali National Highway has suffered extensive damage, bringing traffic between Mandi and Manali to a complete halt. As a precaution, schools and colleges in 9 districts, including Shimla, Mandi and Kullu, have been ordered to remain shut.
The water levels of the river Tavi have receded, which passes through Jammu, but the water levels of river Chenab have not yet. They were close to the danger mark early morning, then they crossed the danger mark, then somehow receded, but still. And the rain is continuing, though of a lesser intensity. Many structures have got damaged, as you were also showing one of the bridges, Tavi bridges in Jammu, and also that monumental Madhupur bridge, which went down in the history when Dr. Sama Prasad Mukherjee was arrested from the middle of that bridge on the 11th of May 1953. That bridge also last night suffered damage.
With the story getting in breaking inputs, in fact, coming in from Jammu, LG Manoj Sinha is all set to chair a high-level meeting, is what we are learning, on the flood situation in Jammu and Kashmir. The meeting will be held at the Raj Bhavan in Jammu at around 6 p.m, which is roughly in half an hour from now. Top officials of the administration will be part of the meeting, is what we are being told. In fact, LG Sinha has also met with the injured in the Katra hospital. But as you heard, what Jitendra Singh, the Union Minister, had to say is that the river Tavi, in fact, has receded, but it is Chenab which continues to remain overflowing. As far as the latest inputs are concerned, Tejinder is joining me on the phone line with the details. Tejinder, take us through the agenda of this meeting.
The situation prevailing due to the floods in Jammu and Kashmir, especially in Jammu region, would be the key agenda for today's meeting, wherein the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, would be holding a key meeting with all the administration officers and the police and other security officers in Jammu Raj Bhavan to discuss the prevailing situation, because the forecast for the coming few days does not look good either. Though right now rains have stopped, but for the next couple of days there is a prediction that there would be heavy downpour in Jammu region. So which has sent panic among the administration, and in order to ensure that all preparations are put in way so as to make sure that what happened yesterday, wherein the landslide killed more than 30 people who had gone to Mata Vaishno Devi cave shrine. 4 people were killed in Doda. So for off late, if you see in last 15-20 days, Jammu and Kashmir has seen lot of deaths because of flash floods, be it in the Chasoti area of Kishtwar and now in the Katra area of Riyasi. There have been several deaths because of the continuous downpour and flash floods. So in order to ensure that there is no loss of life because of these type of flash floods, this review meeting is being held by the LG Manoj Sinha to ensure that the entire apparatus of the union territory is put in motion so that relief is provided to the people who have been badly affected by this flood. If you see in several parts of Jammu region, people have to be evacuated. They had to leave their houses. They had to be shifted to safer places. Several roads have been completely washed away. Several bridges have collapsed. Several highways are still closed. So it is a chaos-like situation.
Right.
The last couple of days, the rain gods have wreaked havoc in Jammu and Kashmir, and this is the main agenda of today's meeting, which LG Manoj Sinha is going to chair at Raj Bhavan.
Many thanks to you, Tejinder, for bringing us all those latest details. We will touch base again with you at 6 p.m. when that meeting takes place. With that, shifting focus over to Greater Noida, more breaking news coming in. This is with regards to the Nikki Dowry death case. A fresh twist in this entire murder-suicide case has now arrived. Nikki's family, which had blamed Vipin's family for dowry demands, is now itself facing serious charges of demanding dowry. An FIR filed in 2024 by Meenakshi, the wife of Nikki's brother Deepak, has accused the entire family of harassment and torture. She alleges Deepak was unhappy with the Ciaz car given in dowry and demanded a Scorpio instead, and later sold off the Ciaz. A settlement of 35 lakh rupees was also agreed upon but never paid, after which Meenakshi says the abuse continued. She also accuses Nikki, her parents and sister Kanchan of assault. The case has now taken a major turn, with both families facing dowry allegations.
मीनाक्षी जी, जिस तरीके से ये पूरा घटनाक्रम हुआ और आरोप लगे हैं विपिन पे, तो आपको क्या लगता है क्या हकीकत हो सकती है?
हकीकत तो वीडियो में साफ आ रही है कि वो नीचे खड़ा है जिस टाइम उसने आग लगाई है ऊपर, और उसकी बहन भी कह रही है कि निक्की ये तुमने क्या कर लिया। तो वीडियो में तो साफ चीज़ दिख रही है।
अच्छा, परिवार लगातार यानी आपके ससुर लगातार आरोप लगा रहे हैं दहेज को लेकर। इसके अलावा जो तमाम कार्यक्रम होते हैं, चूचक में गाड़ी मांगी थी, इन तमाम तरीके के आरोप हैं। पैसे की डिमांड थी, जो नई मर्सिडीज़ खरीदी उसको लेने की डिमांड थी। इसको आप कैसे देखती हैं?
मुझे नहीं लगता कि उन्होंने ये सब मांगा होगा, क्योंकि उनके घर में कोई कमी थोड़ी है कि वो मांगेंगे दहेज। मुझे नहीं लगता कि उन्होंने मांगा होगा, वो बहुत।
All right, Anshul joins me with more details on the phone line. Anshul, first of all, take us through all of these contradictions that are now coming to the forefront because of Meenakshi's complaint from 2024.
Well, yes, there are several contradictions in this entire matter. If you look at since day one, there have been several discrepancies in the statements that have come out till now. In fact, very interestingly, in the FIR that was registered at least 2 days after the murder, after the incident had happened, in that FIR, Kanchan, the sister of Nikki, who was an eyewitness who was present inside the house, in fact went ahead and said that their marriage, both the sisters' marriage happened in 2016, and no per se any sort of gifts or for that matter dowry was given in this entire marriage. However, just minutes after that, when we spoke to the father of Nikki, he said that he gave a Scorpio and he also gave some money to the family. Then there are other contradictions that have constantly come out. Initially, Kanchan also claimed that the entire family fled from the spot, but now it has come out that a neighbor of Vipin, along with the father and mother of Vipin, took Nikki to the hospital, Fortis Hospital, where she was initially admitted. And now this new turn has come in this entire investigation, where the wife of brother of Nikki, that is Rohit, so wife Meenakshi, she had in fact filed a complaint last year in which she had very clearly alleged that the entire family of Nikki was demanding dowry from her and was harassing her constantly over the past 7 years. It went to the extent that the father of Meenakshi used to pay at least 4 to 5 lakh rupees each and every time Rohit used to demand this. Initially, Sia's vehicle was given to Rohit, but he in just 2 months he went ahead and sold that vehicle and claimed that it is not auspicious for him, and hence a Scorpio vehicle should be given to him. So all the allegations that were put forth from the family of Nikki to the family of Vipin, each and every similar allegation was in fact put on the family of Nikki from the family of Meenakshi as well. So definitely this connection has come out.
Okay.
It remains to be seen what are the evidences can the Noida police
Many
gather
thanks
in
to you,
this
Anshul,
matter.
for bringing us all those latest details. In fact, the case even went to the local village panchayat, where it still remains unresolved. With that, we're slipping into a quick break. Stay tuned to CNN News 18 and on Nation at 5 as we return in just a bit.
Brought to you by This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Siddhant, how is India choosing to respond to this? We do understand how Prime Minister Narendra Modi is really pushing for Make in India with a lot of heft, but we have to first of all take a look at what should be the impact of these particular sectors, particular gems and jewelry, and also merchandise that's going to be very, very expensive, and how it's going to be impacted because of the 50% US tariffs that have now kicked in. What is India planning on doing about that at the onset?
Well, MSMEs are on the front line as far as Trump's tariff wall hit $60 billion of Indian exports to the United States. And in fact, Greha, right now I am present at an MSME unit in Noida. And in fact, I'll be speaking to some of the owners, exporters here, perhaps, what challenges they are facing. And in fact, they have been telling me a lot of stories, a lot of challenges ahead of this interview. We'll be speaking to Mr. Sharma and Mr. Chopra. Mr. Chopra deals in leather and he exports leather products to the United States. Mr. Sharma exports handloom products trips to the United States. Sir, what are the challenges, and perhaps from last 15 days or since the 6th August announcement, how have you been preparing? And in fact, there are reports suggesting that the manufacturing at MSMEs have been stopped, and the MSMEs are, and there's also going to be the job loss.
Thank you. I'm HEVA President CP Sharma. We are dealing in all handloom and handicraft product. Since last many days, when we heard that there is a 50% tariff from the today onward, so we are trying to solve this with our buyers. Since last 20 days, we are sending the shipments by air, so that we can send our all the maximum product to our buyers, because these sellings will be effective from the January onward or December onward after Christmas. So normally we send our shipment in September by sea. It takes 2 to 3 months to reach in US. So now because of the effect of 50% tariff, we have to send 20 or 25% shipments by air, and we are bearing that air freight. It is affecting completely our productions. Buyers are holding our shipments. New orders are not coming because normally we get our new orders in September or before September. But buyers are holding the productions. Even new order, there is no question to place the new orders. So there is a big effect. Definitely our export business will be affected. It was $10,640 million earlier. I think that 25% shipments, 25% orders will be cancelled, and there will be big job loss also in India. But we have trust in our Modi government. They are discussing this matter from the government, and we expect that government should do something for the exporter for the short period. That we think that.
Okay, you are expecting relief from the government? Yeah. Some kind of concessions?
There should be some relief for some time till this problem solved. We need some solution.
What kind of a relief, what kind of a help you're looking at this point in time, which can help your industry to sustain?
This is simple benefit we are expecting, because whatever 25% or 50% tariff, it is impacting us, our product. That direct impact should be given by the government, at least 20%, 15%, whatever is depend on the product price.
Welcome back. You're watching Nation at 5. Getting in breaking inputs from Cuttack. In fact, a passenger rest shed has collapsed at the Cuttack railway station is what we are learning. An accident occurred at platform number 1 of the Cuttack railway station. During construction work, a passenger rest shed collapsed. Those visuals, in fact, showing you the entire collapse of that rest shed. And the shed, which was several hundred meters long, caved in. There are fears that some passengers may be trapped under the debris of this rest shed, which has collapsed. Train services have been delayed, is what we are also being told, and rescue operations are currently underway. So far, no casualties have been reported, but the district administration and railway police have initiated rescue efforts as well. As you can see, this is a long rest shed at the Cuttack railway station, several meters long. It just caved in some hours ago. Several are believed to be trapped under the debris, but so far no casualties are feared. But as you can see, the rescue efforts are very much in full swing. And this was at platform number 1 of the Cuttack railway station that the entire rest shed actually collapsed over there. During construction work, it is reported that this rest shed actually collapsed. The shed is several hundred meters long, as you can see. It's also caved in. Fears are that some passengers may be still trapped under the debris, but so far no casualties have been reported, is what we can tell you. Train services have been delayed as well, as the rescue operations are also on. What exactly led to this entire collapse of the rest shed is yet to be ascertained, but initial reports have already highlighted that construction work was on at platform number 1 of the Cuttack railway station, and perhaps it was during this time that led to that entire collapse, but we are awaiting more details. Mohanty, in fact, joins me on the broadcast with the latest. Mohanty, if you could share with us what is the situation on ground level, how many are believed to be trapped under the debris, and what perhaps led to this collapse of the rest shed? Navesh, Mohanty, can you hear me?
देखिए अभी रिस्टोरेशन का काम वारफुटिंग बेसिस पे चल रहा है और जो यहाँ के जो एडीआरएम है उनके साथ जो बातचीत हमारा हो रहा था वो आके यहाँ स्पॉट पे पहुंचे हैं। उनका ये कहना है जो पुराना स्ट्रक्चर था उसको तोड़ा जा रहा था, बाकायदा प्रिकॉशन लिए हुए थे, मगर जो हिस्सा टूटने वाला था उससे ज्यादा हिस्सा टूट गया और टूट के बिखर कर जो पटरी के पास वो आके जमा हो गया, जिसकी वजह से ये बहुत बड़ा हादसा होते होते टल गया। क्योंकि जब ये इंसिडेंट हुआ यानी कि 3:35 को, उससे थोड़ी देर पहले वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस यहाँ से गुजरी थी। अगर उस वक्त ये घटती तो यहाँ बहुत बड़ा हादसा हो सकता था। अगर रेलवे का ये कहना है कि ट्रेन की आवाजाही को देखते हुए हमने प्रिकॉशन लेकर ये पुराने स्ट्रक्चर को हम लोग तोड़ रहे थे, या जो कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए जो एजेंसी को दिया गया है काम वो पूरी तरह से प्रिकॉशन लिया हुआ था, मगर अचानक जो एरिया टूटने वाला था उससे ज्यादा एरिया टूट गया, टूट के बिखर गया। पूरा जो पुराना स्ट्रक्चर था वो कह सकते हैं ताश के घर के जैसा बिखर गया और बिखरने के बाद ट्रैक के पास आ गया, जिसकी वजह से अभी लगभग 2 घंटा हो गया। प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 1 में जो ट्रेन आने वाली थी उन सबको अलग रूट पे भेज दिया गया है। फिलहाल अभी रिस्टोरेशन का काम चल रहा है और रात भर शायद ये काम चल सकता है। जी,
आप कह रहे हैं रात भर अगर ये काम चल सकता है तो ट्रेन सर्विसेज के हाल के बारे में थोड़ा सा हमारे व्यूअर्स को भी इत्तला कर दीजिए कि क्या होने वाला है ट्रेन सर्विसेज का। अभी सिर्फ प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 1 से ट्रेन्स को डाइवर्ट किया जा रहा है या पूरे स्टेशन की ट्रेन्स को रोक दिया गया है?
देखिए अभी हम प्लेटफॉर्म में ही हैं। प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 1 है, उस पे जो जाने वाली जो ट्रेन थी उनको सब प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 3 और 4 में भेजा गया है। बाकी कुछ ट्रेनों को अलग रूप से उनकी लाइन को चेंज कर दिया गया है। फिलहाल कोई भी ट्रेन को बातिल नहीं किया गया है या फिर उसको बंद नहीं किया गया है, एडीआरएम का ये कहना है। मगर सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि हादसा हुआ क्यों, जो प्रिकॉशन मेजर्स लेना चाहिए था रेलवे के जो जिस संस्था को रेलवे ने ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दिया था उन्होंने ठीक तरह से काम नहीं किया क्योंकि देखिए जो डैमेज हुआ है अगर उसके नीचे कोई भी आ जाता तो वहाँ दब के उसका जान वहीं पे ही चला जाता। फिलहाल ईश्वर की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, उससे कोई भी ऐसा कैजुअलिटी नहीं हुआ है, मगर इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए और जो भी इसके लिए जिम्मेदार है उसके खिलाफ कठोर एक्शन होना चाहिए।
जी, देखना पड़ेगा कि प्रशासन और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट क्या जांच करवाती है अब। पर हमें ये सारी जानकारी देने के लिए नावेश मोहंती बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। विद दैट शिफ्टिंग focus over to the world of entertainment, Taylor Swift has announced her engagement in Kansas City Chiefs player Travis Kelce on Instagram, sparking a frenzy online. Now their love story, of course, as we all know, began in 2023 and let's quickly have a look at this report.
The internet went into an overdrive on Tuesday as pop sensation Taylor Swift announced her engagement to American football star Travis Kelce. From cheers to tears, fans across the globe celebrated the milestone moment like a festival. The singer revealed the happy news on Instagram with a playful caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." In the now viral photos, the singer stunned in a Ralph Lauren halter-neck dress paired with a diamond-studded Cartier watch, proudly showing off her glittering engagement ring. Kelce was captured on one knee, asking the big question. One image showed them wrapped in a romantic hug, while Swift's track, So High School, played as the soundtrack to the post. Within moments, the pictures garnered millions of likes and widely shared by her fans. Not just the news, her dazzling ring also stole the spotlight. Reports suggest Kelsey collaborated with Kindred Lubik of Artifacts Fine Jewelry to create the stunning piece. The ring features a brilliant cut old mine diamond rounded at the corners, which was bezel set in yellow gold with engraving on the side of the band. Estimated at 8 to 10 carats, the antique-style cushion cut is reportedly worth between $4 million and $8 million US. The couple's engagement drew congratulatory messages from all corners, including a note from US President Donald Trump. I wish them a lot of luck. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck, Trump told reporters during a cabinet meeting.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
Although Swift turned off the comment section on her post, fans continued to flood social media with love and celebratory messages. Their romance began 2 years ago and has been the talk of the town ever since. It all started in July 2023 when Kelsey attended Swift's Eras Tour concert at the Kansas City Chiefs Arrowhead Stadium, armed with a handmade friendship bracelet that included his phone number. The gesture indeed sparked speculation, but it was Swift's appearance at Chiefs games in September 2023 with Kelsey's mother Donna that truly set the internet on fire. Countless public outings later, the couple are now ready to walk down the aisle. What do you think of their love story?
Three powerful leaders, one agenda: countering American hegemony and recalibrating global order.
As Prime Minister Modi heads to China for the first time in 7 years, all eyes in the world turn to Tianjin.
CNN gets you an inside view with the most insightful voices
and most influential views.
Watch Network 18's mega coverage on CNN News 18.
CNN News 18 Primetime Studio, presented by Schneider Electric Smart Home Solutions.
Good evening. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Poonam Burde. We're coming to you live from the CNN News 18 Primetime Studio, presented by Schneider Electric Smart Home Solutions. For the last 11 days, Rahul Gandhi is on a voter Adhikar Yatra in Bihar. Various leaders from the India bloc have joined him in this endeavour that the Congress claims is to protect people's democratic rights. RJD's Tejashwi Yadav has been a constant, but today, DMK chief and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin joined his opposition colleagues and echoed the vote chori allegation.